You understand there's a lot of people who just don't believe this. They don't think that there is an edge in Baccarat. How are you able to beat the system in some of these games?
There's a guy, I don't want to say where he's from, but he's a Midwestern state, heavy accent, old gentleman. And we would play in Vegas. Neither of us lived in Vegas, but every weekend we'd find ourselves sitting together at the same table, playing Baccarat in the same casino. He gets the same glass, like it's $800 a glass whiskey, and he sips on it back to back, and he'll sit for 12 hours and just keep refill. He plays $500 a hand. So he's a $100,000 player, which means that on average, he's estimated to be the value of a $100,000 loss, right? So when he comes in, the casino says, oh great, we're gonna make 100K, this trip.
On average, yeah.
And we're playing, and he's getting real drunk one day, and just me and him, been a long day, smoking a cigar. And he says, no, Mick, the game's really different now. He goes, I've been playing Baccarat for 50 years. It used to not be like this. I said, what do you mean? How can the game change? It's the game. Count to 9, basically.
Yeah.
And he goes, let me tell you. He goes, you see that? I don't want to say what, but he points to something on the table. Do you think we had that 50 years ago? He goes, that technology didn't even exist. So, okay, that makes sense. He goes, you see that over there? I said, yeah. He goes, that didn't exist 50 years ago. He goes, you see the way the dealer is handling this with the pit boss and the cards? I said, yeah. He goes, you think they knew that 50 years ago? He goes, 50 years ago, you could win in this game. You can't win anymore. I'm going to prove to you right now that what I'm saying has validity. And I said, okay. And he goes, how many cards are in a deck? I said, 52. He said, how many decks are in a Baccarat shoe? I said, 8. He goes, you know how many cards that is? Oh, yeah. He goes, okay. What are the odds that the same pattern will repeat itself twice? I was just like, I don't know, like 1 in a billion, right? He goes, all right, let me show you something. So me and him bet, and he goes, watch. And we played the horseshoe. Neither one of us considered first, second, or winning or we losing. Not important. What was important was I was so just enthralled and engulfed in this exploitive theory that he's showing me live in front of my face. And I was like, this is improbable. And he goes, improbable? What do you mean? It's right in front of you. It's literally in front of your face, tangible. I said, doesn't make sense. And he goes, okay, let's keep going. And he goes, watch this, watch that, look at this, look at this, look at this. And I bet that will equal what's about to happen. Well, let's find out. Next cards come out. It equaled what he said. And it was like this incredible hit rate. Like his conversion of accuracy was astronomical. How come this is not talked about? And he goes, what do you want to say about it? Either you notice it and you want to play, or you notice it, you don't want to play. That's it. You're welcome to go home, or you're welcome to walk in. The casinos are open 24 hours. And I thought about this. I said, I'm gambling such huge money. I should figure this out. What is happening?
Yeah.
And I said, let me go to another casino. Let me go a different day. Let me try 2 different tables. Let me try this. And what he was discussing in the change of technologies over the last 15 years of the game of him playing, I noticed the same technologies were changing in all the casinos. It was consistent. I said, okay. I said, there's something going on here that I'm not supposed to know.